There's a passage in the Bible which describes the shape of King Solomon's pond outside of his residence. And it says, it is round on all sides, 30 cubits around, 10 cubits across. Well, if you divide those two numbers, you get 3.0. That is the Bible's attempt to give you the value of pi, the ratio of the circumference of a circle to the diameter. Well, that's the wrong answer. Pi has actually some decimal values there. There were places that wanted to legislate the value of pi because of that value that had appeared in the Bible, legislated to be 3.0. These are people who don't understand mathematics in charge of legislation.
This final one, I don't blame him for at all. He's looking at a King James Bible. He understands that there's a thing called a written scripture. He has no idea probably there's a thing called a oral law, an oral explanation handed down from Mount Sinai through the generations that explains the deeper meaning of the text. I don't expect him to know that. So I understand that from a literalist perspective, Solomon's pool makes no sense. If the diameter of the pool was 10 cubits, then there's no way the circumference should be 30. It should be 31.4159265, etc. But our rabbis pointed this out centuries ago. They pointed out something fascinating, that if you look at the Hebrew word for the circumference of the pool, the Hebrew word is kav. And the original Hebrew in the Book of Kings, the Book of Melachim, the word kav is written and pronounced in two different ways. It's written kuf vav. It's pronounced kuf vav hey. Why is that important? Because there's a system in Torah where we can understand the meaning of words by looking at their gematria, looking at the numerical values of the letters that make up the word. So interestingly, even though the word kav is written kuf vav, we have an oral tradition that says we're supposed to pronounce it kuf vav hey. We're supposed to add a letter. The original word kuf vav, the letters add up to the number 106. The rewriting of it, according to the oral law, with the hey at the end, turns it from 106 to 111. The ratio of 111 to 106, if you multiply that to get the circumference, to correct for the circumference, you end up getting that the actual circumference is 3.14150943. The actual decimal expansion of pi that we know today is 3.1415927. It's almost exactly the same. So to within 5 decimal points, the rabbis are pointing out how to tell us the actual value of pi of Solomon's pool. I don't expect Dr. Tyson to know that. I think if he studied a little Judaism, he would find it fascinating.